Hi, I'm going to make this video to hopefully help somebody else avoid the hassle and trouble I just went through. It's my Ford F250 2023. I decided I wanted to put a multi-socket in for 12 volts and USB ports, and I wanted to wire it to one of the auxiliary switches so that I can have it hot almost all the time and switch it off if I'm going to let the truck sit for a while so it doesn't drain the batteries. If you look in your manual, your owner's manual, it talks about A wires and B wires, with the A wires being powered. So the B wires are just wires that go through the firewall, and you find them inside the under the glove box. You have to remove a kick plate back there, and I'll get to that in a minute. But what really baffled me and what really caused me a headache was finding those powered A wires. So I'm just going to show you where they are. So I already put everything back together before it occurred to me I probably should help other people out and make this video. So I have still photos taken of what I found once I got under there, but I'll post them, or I'll put them in the video when I finally get around to posting it. But my A wires were balled up in a ball and taped into a ball clear under the fuse panel box that's in behind the battery. I actually had to take the battery box out so I could take the fuse box up off its posts and get to it and unwrap it. It was a major pain. So I'm going to switch here. I'm going to see if I can switch the video so I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, so inside under the engine compartment, you got the fuse panel box. The Nightmare A wires were all taped in a ball on the bottom of this box. There's no way you could get to them unless you take this box off. And for me, that meant taking the battery off. If you don't have a 10mm deep socket, go buy one. I laughed when I did it because I've had a small deep well socket sets in my hand 10 times and thought, I don't need them, I'm not buying them. But I would have gladly paid double what I had in my hand before. I had to take the air cleaner off so I could get a wrench down into this 10mm nut. So I haven't even hooked the battery back up yet, but these are the 8 wires back here. They're not too hard to find. They're just coming off a wiring harness back here behind this fuse box. I've already put a shrink wrap back on the ones I didn't use. And the B wire, or I'm sorry, the A wires, now I have them, I just taped them back up and I zip tied them to the back of this fuse box for if I ever need to get to them again. But just an FYI, if you're going to try to find these things, if it's anything like mine, the guy that put this thing together that day must have been pissed off at the world, because he balled them up in a ball, taped them tight, and taped them right to the bottom of this thing. There's no way you could have found them without taking that off. It's not hard to get off. There's just 2 little posts down in here you hit with a screwdriver. It comes right up off of that mount. But it was a nightmare finding them in the first place. The B wires just are wires that go through the firewall and come out in here under the kick plate. So I have the kick plate off and everything else off so I can make sure. Now I haven't wired what I want to wire it in yet. This is the wire that came through, and I already have shrink wrap put back on the ones that I'm not using. But once I figured it out, it wasn't that hard except for finding those A wires that have the power to them. So hopefully this helps somebody if they are trying to find something to help. I couldn't find anything, so after I got things back together, I kind of thought maybe I should make a video to help other folks. So hope that helps. Good luck.